guys, thank you so much for joining me in another video. So as you can tell based on the title, today we are talking about my spring 2023 wish list. These are items I am potentially hoping to get, fingers crossed. I'm not getting all of these in one season. So let's just start out with ready to wear. So I recently did a video where I was talking about new and sort of emerging brands on the rise. As I was looking into a lot of these brands, a lot of them have pieces I am very interested in purchasing. Few I would like to purchase this season. So let's get into it. So the first one is from the brand Better. I am constantly refreshing on the page where you can find this product, and I'm talking about the Better wrapping shirt. It has like multiple ways to wear. The creative director, Julie Pelipis, she has this very Phoebe Philo-esque style to her. It's very modern working woman, but then there's these deconstructed aspects. She uses dead stock from menswear brands, so she's upcycling these high quality garments to create these new designs. The problem is every time I look at the shirt, I refresh the page, it's always size 36. The model's wearing a 34. I'm really petite. I imagine the sizes start at 34. I gotta get the 34 if it's gonna work for me. Second item on my wish list, it doesn't have to be a really specific piece, and it's the brand Tove. I'm mispronouncing this brand. The clothing from this brand is just so beautiful. It's like this modern, romantic, but also has this minimal, clean feel to it. The clothing uses a lot of ruching, draping to create beautiful textures that are super flattering. This is the kind of clothing that just moves beautifully. It moves against the body beautifully. It looks dynamic, flattering, but it's also extremely wearable. I would love to get like a dress or a top. I'll just throw up some images of potential items I'm looking at. The third item that is on my list is from the brand Ashlyn. Now this is a brand I also mentioned in my emerging brands video, and this is more of a specific item, and it's called the Danica blouse, and I just think it's a gorgeous looking blouse. I love the layering bit. I love that this is a brand that plays with the idea of tailoring and making it modern and feminine at the same time. It's kind of this fusion of something that is traditionally masculine but can be made feminine. And again, she's also a designer that plays with movement and is interested in movement and clothing that moves with the body. 24S just had a drop of her clothing, online drop. So 24S, I believe, is the online counterpart to Le Bon Marché department store in Paris owned by LVMH. It was great to see a new emerging designer on their site. Ashlyn Park has had a great resume. She's worked for designers like Yohji Yamamoto and Kate. You definitely see those influences in her work. The next item on my wish list is from The Row, and it's the Vic cropped sweater. This is something I bet I can get in the sales. If I'm gonna be honest, ready to wear is generally something you can find in the sales. Of course, sizing isn't always going to be there. Sometimes it's good to wait it out for the sales or just to have alerts set up. The way this was styled was something that you could layer on top of shirts. This is just a great staple piece. I'm Canadian, so obviously I love a good layering piece. Another piece that I was looking at was from the brand Kate. So she also has these cropped sweater shirts. Kate is also a brand known for really great knitwear. And the last two items of ready to were on my wish list earlier this year. I'm still carrying forward. The fourth item is the Peter Do Spring Summer 2023 collection. These beautiful ombre radiant shirts. They look super flattering. Optical illusion, cinch in the waist, super flattering. Fifth ready to wear item. It's just a matter of wanting to trek all the way out to the Toronto outlets and go to Max Mara and get a chocolate brown coat. I've just been loving cool browns lately. It's one of those things that I don't need right away. Obviously we're going into the warmer months, but it's just something I'm keeping my eye out on the lookout for. Now in terms of shoes, I'm not really that pressed on getting a lot of shoes. I feel like I have a pretty good solid collection. However, I do feel like I would like to add a new sandal or heel. So I have two options. Last wish list, I was kind of set on the Row T-bar sandal. I'm still interested in that. I know they've come out with some other styles. They have the style called the Ray. They also have the Mod sandal. I'm kind of thinking that I might just go with the Bear sandal or the T-bar sandal. The second option when it comes to shoes, I've always loved these shoes. I really would love to get a pair of Manolo Manolo Blahnik, very classic pointed tote. I'm thinking the May sale pumps. We know like Mary-Kate Olsen has worn those. She has worn them in that beautiful bright red. Oh my gosh, like I just love it. And just seeing her wear those shoes at the red carpet event to like a smoke break. Now, finally, let's talk about handbags. I feel like not a lot has really changed, but I have mentioned this. I'm thinking I want to add either one of these bags, and I'm not sure yet, but I'm very interested in adding either the Ferragamo Wanda bag. I feel this is something I would like to see in person. I feel like that's going to be a deciding factor for me. The other option is I have been loving my shoulder bags, so I'm thinking I could go with a bag from the row, like the Half Moon bag. Every time I see it, I'm, oh my gosh, that's a great bag. Why don't I own that bag? I think these are two bags that are at really great price points. If you haven't watched my video on bags under $1,500/euros, please check out that video. They make it on that list as well as a lot of other great bags. These are brands that really have not gone through crazy price increases, so that's why the prices of them are pretty reasonable. Please let me know, what do you think? Should I go with the Ferragamo Wanda or the Row Half Moon bag? To the next category, I have been thinking about upping my work bag. I've said this before, a bag where I have to carry my laptop or just getting just a bigger bag in general. I want something in between a Telfar tote and a Birkin. A few bags that are on my list. One is obviously the Garden Party. I know some of you guys are wondering, am I still interested in the Garden Party? Oh my gosh, I am 100%. I just want it in orange. I'm just waiting for the right color. I've seen this bag come in other orange colors, tomatoey oranges, corally pink oranges. I really just want that typical Hermes orange. I'm just not gonna pay premium for it. And the next bag I've been kind of thinking about, but I don't think it can hold a laptop. But I am thinking it could hold other things on like days where I need to carry more. And I'm talking about the Hermes Her bag. What are your thoughts on the Hermes Her bag? I used to think it looked really difficult to open, would annoy me, but I don't know. Like to me, it's very much that Kelly vibe, but casual. And that's kind of why I like it. It's just a super casual bag. I don't know if I could comfortably wear this as a work bag, but I feel everything else where I need to carry just a little bit more, I feel it could be that bag. To me, it's kind of that in between a Telfar and a Birkin. Does that make sense? Like that's what I'm looking for here. So then the third bag in this category, this bag has been just creeping up on me. I can't do it now. Just financially, it's such an expensive bag, but I love it. I don't even know if this is a bag I could even buy this year if I just think about my expenses and what I want to prioritize. But I would love eventually to get the Row Margot bag. I would love to get it in a grainy leather. It would kind of serve like the same purpose of say a Garden Party or like a Birkin, but you want something in between. I feel this is something I'm gonna eventually succumb to, but I don't know if it's even gonna happen this year. For the fourth bag, this could be the bag that just eliminates all the bags on this wish list. And I'm talking about a bag that I don't even know yet. Phoebe Philo might just come out with a bag that just makes me forget about everything else. She's that kind of designer that can do that. I kind of don't want to buy into these bags just yet until I see what is potentially coming from Phoebe Philo. And so the two items that are still potentially on my wish list from my last wish list, it's an either or kind of situation. And this is the kind of bag, it's a very expensive bag. One is much more expensive than the other. I'm okay if I just wait on this to end of the year, but I feel like this is something I could buy for like my birthday or Christmas, one of those kinds of categories around that time period. Really more so when Christmas, there's those end of season sales that happen. I'm talking about either the Celine, the Triomphe and the Bessèges. I'm totally mispronouncing that, but that's with like the rounded bottom. I think it adds something totally different to my collection. It's pricey and there's been like price increases. So maybe I find this on the pre-loved market, but I haven't seen it pre-loved anywhere. The second item is the Constance. I obviously gravitate toward handbags like that. I bet I could get this bag pre-loved for like a good price. I'm very curious to see the market of Hermes bags, the resale market of handbags in general. Ultimately, all of the stuff, none of the stuff is essential. Updating my work bag is higher up on the list, but I also just want to wait and see what Phoebe Philo comes out with. Anyways, that's my list here. If I have to pick my top 3 that I plan on buying this season, guys, I'm not going to buy everything this season. If I have to pick the first item that I hope to get, I actually really want to get myself a new pair of heels, either the sandals or the Manolo Blahniks. Second, of course, it's probably going to be a handbag, so I'm thinking either the Row Half Moon bag or the Wanda Ferragamo bag. And the third item, I hope to get at least one of these shirts. Like, I hope to get a few of them. Definitely either the top from Better, shirt or dress from Tove, the Ashlyn Danica blouse, or the Peter Do shirt. I hope to get like 2 actually this season if I can. To me, those 4 items, if I can pick up 2 shirts, pair of heels, and a new bag this season, I'm gold. Like, I'm good for this season. That is my video, and for whatever reason, at the end of every video, I seem to like to ask a question. So my question to you guys, what is inspiring you the most when it comes to fashion, or what gets you most excited about fashion? I remember when I was younger, flipping through magazines, but I think what's most exciting me about fashion is following designers that are more so new and emerging. And I said this earlier this year, I'm really interested in the smaller, more emerging designers because I think they're offering a lot of creativity in really interesting silhouettes, different processes in different ways. I'm definitely someone that loves a heritage brand. Like, there's heritage brands on this wish list, of course. I will always love that. But I think fashion, especially clothing, ready to wear, is a real opportunity to get super creative. And I think what's inspiring me the most this year is like these smaller, more so emerging designers. Would love to know what's inspiring you. It could be the works of a specific designer, or I don't know, maybe you saw a movie you really liked, or there's an artist that is really inspiring you. Maybe you're inspired by music, I don't know, you're inspired by art. I think what it is for me, it's like the energy that exists with like these newer designers that is kind of reinvigorating my style. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So would love to know what's inspiring you, and thank you so much for joining me in another video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.